Hey everybody, what is going on? It is Dunbar Snackbar here with MLB 13 The Show, and we finally have got Diamond Dynasty coming on the channel, which I'm very excited about. There was a lot of preparation that went into making this video, which I'm not going to be able to go ahead and show. Those preparations, though, are things like making the logo, creating my jerseys, and things like that, which, honestly, you guys, I'm a total perfectionist when it comes to things like that. So I don't think that you want to watch me necessarily go ahead and put something together, then erase it, only to go back and start over, erase it, and just keep going through a vicious cycle of erasing and starting over until I get something just right. So still not happy with everything, but heck, I'll accept all this, okay? So anyway, if you're unfamiliar with what Diamond Dynasty is, I just wanted to give you guys a brief rundown. Basically, if you guys have gone ahead and played anything like Madden Ultimate Team or FIFA Ultimate Team, then you're familiar with Diamond Dynasty. It's basically the exact same thing. I get to put together a team. I purchase cards of players that I can then go ahead and put on my team and just customize this however I want, which is going to be a blast in and of itself. So I'm going to be going with the philosophy that I have always believed is the best for me in baseball, and that is contact hitting mixed with some very aggressive base running, which is meaning that I'm going to be having a lot of speed on my team as well. So I feel like I got to have one big power hitter. I don't know, I might not even do that, but as I'm going through and I'm training these players and things like that, you guys are going to be a part of it. You guys are going to see who I end up putting on my team, if it is a Major League Baseball player, or if I do train these guys, what they're going to be. Because the players that are on the field right now for the Snackbars are not Major League Baseball players. They're called franchise players, or just something that the computer put together, and I can train them almost however I want. And they'll be with me for a while. But I just kind of wanted to tell you that now that these guys are not Major League Baseball players, so it's not surprising if I say, hey, my first baseman or my center fielder or things like that for the next like 3 or 4 videos, just because I really don't know these guys' names. I'm kind of lucky, though, because with Brown, my starting pitcher, I can actually see his name on the back of the jersey, so I can mention him. But he does not have necessarily the best selection of pitches. It's very basic. I've got a 4-seam fastball, I've got the changeup, and I have a slider as well. So I'm going to have to try and maximize that 4-seam fastball to go ahead and complement the changeup and the slider. Because if I don't do that right, I'm in big trouble. And these players, too, once you start off, they're really not that great at all. So there is a reason why I am going up against the Houston Astros in this one. No disrespect to anybody who is a Houston Astros fan, but they are among the easiest teams for me to go ahead and play in this game. One of the things that you can do is you can play against the computer, as I'm doing right now, or you can play against teams that are ran by other players, so like other Diamond Dynasty teams, just to compete and see who ends up winning. So if you win, you get a bigger prize. If you lose, you still get some type of reward, but it's not as good, of course, as winning. Plus, you also have to factor in, if you play a really, really good team, your reward's a lot better. If you play a team that's not so great, you're not going to get as much. So to get things started off for me, I wanted to play the Houston Astros because I have a better chance of winning. And I've got to buy things like a stadium, maybe some Major League Baseball players. I mean, I already have a few on my team with starting pitchers. Like, I actually have Zach Greinke, but I don't want to go ahead and start playing him quite yet. I might do that later on once my team gets a lot better. So we're really doing a pretty good job, as you've noticed, with contact hitting. The interface is a little bit different for me and what I've selected in the different modes, but I'm getting the hang of it here in Diamond Dynasty, where I have to go ahead and choose where I'm going to be swinging and things like that. But hey, I'm doing all right here. I'm up 1-0 against the Astros with runners on first and second. And this is going to be a big hit into center field, but the center fielder's going to dive, not able to get it. That rolls to the slope, and I don't know why, but I'm not advancing. Both of those runners come home, but I could have very easily gotten a triple instead of a double out of this. Just not smart on my part, but I was just getting really, really excited. So Humberg is going to be getting a talking to right here. I don't know if we'll be seeing him for that much longer. That's actually something I'm kind of excited for something I'm celebrating is the fact that we're already starting to really get into the head of Humber, the starting pitcher for the Astros. Now, that's not to say the Astros are not having some success of their own. As you can see right here, it's a double. So I got to make sure I go ahead and I prevent the Astros from putting anything together, because even though I say that the Astros are among some of the easier Major League Baseball teams to play against, I still can end up losing because I'm in a worse off position than the Astros are. My team is just that bad. I didn't even get a chance to do any training before this video started because the servers for the show were down. Because apparently there's some type of exploit or something like that they were fixing, and it would still let me play it. But, I mean, I couldn't go ahead and train anybody and have that saved. So there's going to be another good hit for the Astros. That's going to go into left center. That is going to score a run. So the Astros get on the board here. And I got to make sure that this is not something that continues. 3-2-1 is the score right now in the bottom of the fourth. Carlos Pena hitting one into the gap in right center. So really the Astros are doing a great job with some precision hitting. Seems like everything that they're hitting is into the outfield in a place where my outfielders are not. And it causes some problems. So I'm worried about Carlos Pena anyway. But you've got Jose Altuve. You've got a few others that really could put a hurt into me right here. That one's going to get past my third baseman. It's going to put runners on first and third. I am fortunate that even though that I did go ahead and let that hit take place, I'm not looking at anything like a run here at this point. 2-2 count here in the bottom of the fourth. Brown going to make it so that one gets flied straight up down the third base line. I'm going to be there to make the catch and the inning and get out of that little pickle. All right, fifth inning now. So still getting some good hits going. This one, not the prettiest because you would expect, somebody from the Astros to go ahead and pick it up and make a throw over to first, but not right there. Won't be able to be, I won't be able to steal any bases here early on because the thing that I'm going to be training first and foremost is speed. A lot of these guys, if you noticed, they've got speeds like in the 30s, 40s, 50s, 60s. But that's going to be another hit for me that's going to allow some runs to come home. And we're still seeing runners on first and third. I don't know what that is today. You know, it seems like with this and then with the Red Sox-Yankees video, I had like 3 instances where there were runners on first and third. Astros finally going to go ahead and bring Humber out and bring somebody else in. So I don't know how this is going to go for the Astros. This could be a very, very good thing. It could be a very, very bad thing. Thing is against Humber, I have had some consistency with being able to get those hits off of him. So I think it might be a good thing for him to come out. Cruz is going to be coming in his place. So I'm going to have to make some adjustments now to see if I can get just as many hits off of Cruz as I did against Humber. I don't know. Time is going to tell right here. But we're going strong at this point. If we can maintain this 4-1 lead, we've definitely got this game in the bag. Not what I wanted to do. I didn't want to hit Wallace, but I've noticed that my slider has been off the mark a lot. And this is just one of those examples where the ball must have slipped out of my hand or it just wasn't, or it wasn't released the way that I wanted it to. And it totally just hits the batter. So bases are going to be loaded here now for the Astros after that hit. I'll go ahead and I make the throw home, but nobody's really trying to go. I don't know if it was because of that throw or what, but Carlos Pena getting another hit. He's had a tremendous day here as well. Justin Maxwell. All right, 2 outs right here for the Astros. So if they're going to be getting anything done, it's got to be right here. That one's a little bit inside. Totally not intentional, as you guys were able to see. But as I mentioned, that slider, it's off and off the mark by quite a bit. Not too effective at all. Maybe I'm going to have to go ahead for Brown and see if I can get working on the control for the slider, because I do use the slider quite a bit when I'm trying to force a ground ball out, which is why you've seen me throw it a couple times here, and then I try to go with the four-seamer to finish him off, but that didn't work. No, the slider's a great pitch, and I use it actually a lot less than I probably should. It's another pitch. That one was pretty bad, but I'm lucky nobody tried to advance and come home. That was smart on my part to just immediately charge home plate to see if I can get that ball and prevent anybody from trying to get home. And it works out, too, because that allows me to get a strikeout on that slider to go ahead and end the inning without any damage right here. Here is one where I just go ahead and I launch this one in the left field. It actually bounces off of that wall over there. So that is the first home run of Diamond Dynasty, and I wasn't expecting actually anybody to go ahead and get a home run from the Snackbars because of where their attributes are at. But at the same time, just because their attributes may be down in like the 50s or the 60s, things like that, it really does not mean that I can't hit home runs with these guys. If a pitch is right where I predict that it's going to be and I do that power swing, I'm still going to be able to hit home runs. And that was exactly what happened right there. Nicholas Wolf, who you did see his name, he is one of the best hitters on the team just from an attribute standpoint. So I'm not surprised that he was the one who got that home run. All right, Astros just refusing to go down quietly, still getting some hits. I might have to go ahead and make a few changes myself here since Brown is kind of struggling. So I'm going to be going to the bullpen, and we're going to bring in a righty. Now, with the bullpen, it is very limited. That is an opportunity for me to go ahead and kind of help my team out by growing my bullpen. But I'm going to go ahead and bring in the best pitcher, or I should say the best reliever on my team right here, Alexi Gonzalez. So he seems to have a pretty good fastball as well. That's something that I need just from an accuracy standpoint. I do like being able to paint the corners and the edges and stuff like that of the strike zone. I really didn't feel like I could do that with Brown that much. I do have, a few pitches here that I didn't have before, but this one is going to the wall. I'm so lucky that one didn't go over, but I actually played that one really well. I was very surprised that once it bounced off that wall, I was just right there to be able to pick it up, throw it in before any more damage is done. All right, 5-1 here. Snackbars are on top in the bottom of the sixth. This could end up ending the inning, and it does. I haven't had an error actually in this game in a long time, so I'm surprised that we're doing as well as we are here from an error standpoint. Here's going to be another big hit. The crowd's getting up for that one, so that lets me know it is out of the park. So the Snackbars are really making the Astros look bad here. It's just been some great hitting off of the Astros bullpen, and I guess I should say also off of Humber too, since he got a lot of this going. But it is nice being able to see this out of the Snackbars. My understanding and what I was thinking what was going to happen is as soon as I go ahead and I play the Astros, even they're going to be able to go ahead and beat me, and I'm not going to be able to get any points out of this, which I can then use to go ahead and grow the team and make them a little bit better. But Mathiasen, he is my catcher, so I'll be seeing some more, I think, out of him by way of the bat. I got to see what his aptitude is, and that's a big part of this is your aptitude. It, with different players, it just means how well can you train them and what's their potential basically and stuff like that. So I've got a few players on my team who have pretty high aptitude, so we may see some great things out of them. Astros getting a single right here. As I mentioned, they're just refusing to go down without a fight. I wouldn't be surprised if this is going to last a lot longer than I thought it was going to. Bottom of the ninth here, 0-1 count. This one, it's going to go to the shortstop. We're going to be looking at a double play. My second baseman actually barehanded that one too, which was really cool to be able to see. So Altuve not too happy with himself after that. You can see just a nice ground ball. Just barehand it and throw it over to first. That's awesome. All right, Brett Wallace of the Astros here now coming up. So I did have no outs. We got the double play. So now I have 2 outs and I am up by 5 runs. Didn't necessarily have to go ahead and bring my closer in, but at the same time, I think I did just to be able to reset some stuff, with the computer anticipating what my pitches are going to be, the location, stuff like that. Bringing in a new pitcher kind of helps out with that, and he's got some velocity behind that fastball as well. As you can see, that one went 96 miles an hour. Don't worry, you guys, that online up there at the top just lets me know I'm connected to the Diamond Dynasty servers. I know that's kind of new for some of you, but just kind of wanted to get that out of the way. All right, so that one's hit down into the left field foul territory. or I should say foul territory on the left side. Swings and misses at that changeup, and that's going to go ahead and end Diamond Dynasty for the Snackbars and me. So I do appreciate you guys watching. Don't forget the contest that is going on where you can win a Dunbar Snackbar t-shirt. All you have to do is share this video and comment, just letting me know that you shared, and my wife and I will pick somebody at random. We will send you that t-shirt. So really, guys, do not forget. Also, let me know if you think Diamond Dynasty is something that you would like to see on the channel. I'm really interested to see what you guys think. But thanks again for watching. I definitely do appreciate it. You are phenomenal people. Subscribe if you haven't already. You can follow me on Facebook, Twitter, all that great stuff. Just check the description below. But thanks again, you guys. And as always, I hope you have a good one.